4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, this is Ryan here, bringing of commentary. This is going to be the winners match in Group H from Ro32 of the Bigfile MSL between HiyA and JangBi on Polaris Rhapsody. At the 5 o'clock position as the white zerg, yet again, is going to be HiyA at the upper left-hand position, 11 o'clock as the blue protoss, I believe, yes, is going to be JangBi. So, really excited to see one of these guys move on, actually. I haven't seen JangBi move on in MSL for quite a while. Don't believe he's moved past the Ro32 since his loss in the Lost Saga finals, I think, in fact. I think he hasn't really been playing up to snuff since then. Went on a massive career slump, so let's hope he's kind of managed to dig himself a little bit out of it, because he really was a guy at one point in his career. It wasn't for very long, but he definitely reached S-class level at one point in his career and really became an extremely powerful player. Definitely lost some of that, unfortunately for him, but we'll see how how he's gotten some of that back. Back in the day, his PvZ used to be one of his weaknesses, but we'll see how well he manages. Though he did, of course, lose to Luxury way back when the Lost Saga MSL, and Luxury now would probably be stripped of that title, seeing as how he's being, kicked out of esports and out of professional StarCraft, and they're every guy that was, match fixing, they're all being kicked out, and all of their honors and titles and all that stuff being stripped from them. JangBi gonna be going for Forge Fast expand, spotting inside what's going on. His opponent going for a quick spawning pool, and I don't see, there we go, the Forge in there for JangBi, spotting everything out. Interesting to see the first person view, but overall, so I'm kind of, why am I watching the first person view? Sometimes it's kind of annoying watching this, but at the same time, kind of cool to see this kind of same thing from both perspectives. Here we're going to be able to safely put down natural expand. He kind of fought back the probe a little bit, kept it inside the base, and Mimo just going to expand fairly safely. So Zoro in a fairly good position, just going to be able to expand and play off economies. Is going to be able to get those zerglings out there. Doesn't seem to be going for a lot of them, though. And JangBi just trying to be annoying with that probe as much as possible. As soon as the zerglings pop out, though, it's not going to be like that for much longer. Nexus is up, and we are going to be seeing a cannon soon. I think 2 zerglings out there are going to ignore the probe, go and maybe try to put on some pressure. There is just force a cannon down, if nothing else. And JangBi is putting down the cannon before his gateway. But he's going to be fairly safe with just a single one, and probably going to be seeing him start taking up Frozen. Is going to put down a second cannon. There were a few more zerglings out there, probably spotted more on the way. See 4 out there, so 2 cannons safe. Still don't think it's very necessary, but 4 cannons being safe. Still has a probe, but they're keeping it alive. Those zerglings, one single zergling following after it. Meanwhile, HiyA also going to expand to the lower left-hand position, so just going to go for a standard 3-hatch build, and not even going to bother attacking JangBi. JangBi figuring that out now, getting his probes, was using his probes to blockade to the left side of the forge, but now going to go to those minerals, and with those 2 cannons up, should be fairly safe. Gonna spot out that lower left position, so at the very least he has pretty much all the scouting information he needs. Most likely not going to be able to get back inside the main until he gets a Corsair out there, but as soon as the opportunity presents itself, going to go out there, try to spot out the tech that needs to be spotted out. Getting his probes out there, finally getting his simulator, finally going to start working on his tech. Probably going to be seeing him getting a Stargate out there and getting the scout and trying to get one single overall kid. Hydra is then on the way, so no lair for HiyA, so he might be thinking of putting on some early pressure, trying to go for a break. And this is a 2-player map, and there is just one straight way to that. It is a bit of a long way, so if your protoss spots you on the way, you might give him a little bit extra time than you generally would have wanted to prepare himself. But overall, still, it's a very breakable position. The choke isn't too small. There's definitely location there for Hydras to do some damage. And HiyA's going to be able to blockade that scout for a while. He's going to be able to pop as many Hydras as he wants, trying to kill some of these zerglings, but keeping the rest on the ramp to make sure that the probe doesn't sneak by and do some damage. Just the most important thing for him right now is to deny the scout on the opposite side. We do see weapons 1 being worked down. Zealot's coming out there, so probably going to be seeing a Citadel alongside that Stargate. Don't see the tech at the moment, but we are going to be seeing it very soon. Is HiyA still just staying in his base, trying to saturate the lower left-hand position? Only saw 1 extractor from him so far, so probably going to be going for some heavy Hydra. And it's going to be very important for I believe, very important going to be for JangBi to try to read this before it happens. You know, he hasn't seen what's going on, so one of the things he should be thinking about is he going to try to break me? Is he going to try to break me? We don't see the buildings, but I'm pretty sure this is a Citadel and his target going on there. And JangBi still with that probe alive somehow. It's amazing. Going to be seeing the initial Corsair out there soon enough, so he is going to get the scout as soon as that happens. Do see additional hatches being put down, so at the very least, this is not an early break from here. If he is indeed going to go for a Hydra break, just going to get his resources going so far, and might actually be going for workers instead. But you know, generally when you don't see that quick lair, you do expect a early Hydra bust. But still, if he manages to pump as many Hydras as he can, he has 4 hatcheries that's going to be able to pump them from. And as soon as these resources are going there, JangBi do see him adding additional cannon, but he's going to want to get those High Templars out there with Storm as quick as humanly possible, trying to get the probe, and they're getting through. Very little left, and he's going to be able to spot the Hydras. Unfortunate there for Hero, getting the Hydra spotted, and now he's going to be forced to go on the attack right away. Only 3 cannons to get in there. JangBi going to be trying to put down another one. Only 3 Zealots in the front, 4th cannon coming up. I think with the way he is right now, though, he might just be able to defend this. He has some few Zealots out there, but Hydras are going to go out there on the attack with the Zerg. Zero definitely would have wanted to avoid this, but JangBi with some magnificent probe micromanagement managed to get that scout, spotting the Hydras, adding some gateways right now. Only 2 gateways getting stuff out right there, and more cannons being put up. 6 Zealots here at the front, going to try to block it as much as they can. Hydras coming in here at the front, few Zerglings as well, just any more Hydras coming in there. Just barely control group though, so we're going to see whether they've actually managed to or not. No speed on that. 1 cannon goes back down from the ground. No weapons won on those Zealots either so far, so if the Forge comes out, at the very least going to be able to force a cancel on that upgrade on the Forge before it goes down. Lair on the way right now. Forge does go down. A few more cannons at the back being put up. So I think with what Hero has right now, he's not going to be able to go for this break. Mule opting to do that tech. He definitely wanted to wait a couple of minutes, get his Hydra number up to a significant amount, then go for this attack. But unfortunately being denied. Templar Archives being working right now for JangBi, but right now he's just trying to defend himself. Has 5 cannons, I believe, there at the back. A few Zealots as well. Getting the full scout with the Corsair right now. Did pick off an Overlord. Gonna lose his gateway at the front as well. But with the lack of a Forge there now, trying to replace his Forge there at the back. No weapons won on the Zealots either, so they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. There are still more Hydras being produced. Trying at the moment to pick off that Corsair, which is being annoying. With no Spire in there, no Scourge, you're going to be forced to run your Hydras around. And something definitely Hero would have wanted those Hydras to be at the front. Zealots actually going to go run out there as soon as this Pete comes in. Going to run out, try to pick off some Hydras. 1 Hydra goes down. Actually going to force him all the way back. And when you have Hydras and Zealots in about an even amount, you can do some decent pressure with the Zealots. They can outrun the Hydras, box them in, and pick some of them off. So nice play there from JangBi. Now going to go put on some counter pressure right now. Might want to be careful to keep his main steady, kind of make sure that he can still run back and defend his main, because Hero right now going very heavily on the Hydras, getting his Spire right now, so the Scourge are going to be significantly late. But still a bunch of those Zealots running around across the bridge. And unfortunately for Hero, because he hasn't gone from the standard Sim City, he doesn't have the defense position, so he might actually get himself attacked right now. Some of the Zealots splitting up inside the Natural Expo. Some of them going to try to get inside the main. So he's going to try to get as many drones as he can while he can. Not getting too many drones because Hero doing a good job of microing them and boxing them up. But JangBi right now has Zealots pretty much running everywhere across the entire map, trying to get some little bit of damage done. Forcing the drones off the line, if nothing else. I'm not even sure actually whether that was necessary from Hero. But still, you know, a lot of position opening. 1 Zealot running to the lower left and trying to catch a drone there. A couple more Zealots inside the main. So JangBi at the moment actually sacrificing these Zealots. And I'm not sure this is a good decision. Dark Templar now coming out there. This might do some damage though. Lower left hand position, significantly vulnerable. Didn't see a single Overlord there. So that DT at the lower left hand might get a lot of damage done. There are Hydras, there are drones. An additional hatchery coming up. Don't see an Overlord. I assume one of these exits. Yeah, there you go, an Overlord. So DT not gonna coming in there, spotting the Overlord, and like running right away. Speed on those Overlords as well. So it's gonna be a big boon. But I feel unfortunately that JangBi might have just sacrificed a bit too many Zealots with those, putting down the pressure. I understand, trying to defend himself back home, but still putting on a little bit, maybe too much pressure, sacrificing most, if not all, of his Zealots just to kind of keep Hero inside of his own base for now. But if it might just manage to not, in the end, it might not pay off too much. Still has some more Zealots out there running around. Very Zealot heavy. And has a DT here at the lower left-hand corner trying to maybe sneak it in, but I just don't think that's going to happen. Those Overlord's position also with speed. He might just get that DT caught instead. Does have some high Templars back at home just in case an attack does come in, so a couple of nice storms alongside those cannons would help him defend, although you definitely want